Question number 1. Complete this saying. The early bird gets the flu, worm, or general idea. Also, just as a general question, let's talk about birds. Does anyone have a favorite bird? My personal favorite bird is the turkey, which makes Thanksgiving a particularly sad holiday for me because a lot of them are being eaten. But anyway, birds can get the flu. They can even give us the bird flu, but in this case, the early bird gets the worm. That's the answer we were looking for again. And it seems like 1,294 of you got the right answer, so you get to take flight to the next question. I have a feeling that most birds have trouble getting the general idea, which is why they keep flying into windows. And not just mine. I've seen some on some other ones too. Now this next question, again, is still worth 1 bonus point. That means you can cash that point in later and rejoin the game if you get one wrong. So, what precious metal is stored in Fort Knox? Is it gold, tinfoil, or kryptonite? Still a big fan of metal, you guys. I still have the urge to metallurge. I know maybe you thought that Shirley is gone. Surely she's not gonna say that again. But I still have the urge, you guys. And I need to metallurge. Fort Knox was built during World War I due to the Army needing more permanent military installations. And in 1936, the U.S. Bullion Depository was built. And it currently houses over 147 million ounces of gold. Looks like 1,261 of you got that right and get the gold medal for this question. The rest of you are gonna have to settle for tin. In fact, the U.S. Tinfoil Depository is located inside that one drawer in your home filled with the multiple rolls of tinfoil because you keep forgetting you already have some while you're out shopping, and it's right there, and who knows, you're probably gonna have someone, you know, make a tinfoil sculpture. I mean, I know, I can count the number of times I've had to make one. So, question number 3. What ice cream chain serves the Peanut Buster Parfait? Is it Baskin-Robbins, Cold Stone, or Dairy Queen? You know, some people say that Friday morning at 9 a.m. is too early in the day to get ice cream, but my question for them is, when is it not time for ice cream? I mean, where do you go to get a plastic cup of vanilla soft serve covered in hot fudge and peanuts? Sure, literally anywhere soft serve is available, but only one chain calls it the Peanut Buster Parfait, and that's Dairy Queen. And it looks like, wow, 909 of you were the queen of that question. The rest of you will have to settle for a dukedom. DQ is also home to the Blizzard, the Dilly Bar, and breaded fried cheese curds. You know, just in case your arteries were working too well. Now this next question, everybody, is worth another bonus point. So again, if you get one wrong and you're out of the game, you can use those to rejoin the game later on. So here's question number 4. Which film had the most Oscar nominations in 2018? Was it Get Out, Lady Bird, or The Shape of Water? And while we're on the subject of movies, I don't know if anyone else watched a movie for Valentine's Day, but I have to tell you, The Shining is not the right movie. Have to say I will not be getting a second date. The 90th Annual Academy Awards will take place on Sunday, March 4th here in Los Angeles, and with a whopping 13 nominations, including Best Picture, Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water leads the pack. And it looks like 488 of you knew The Shape of Things here and are moving on to our next question. The World War II film Dunkirk scored 8 Oscar nominations, and I'm sure it would have been more if the movie had featured a love story between Tom Hardy and a water monster. Because who doesn't want to see that happen? I ask you. Okay, everybody, it's time for question number 5. Free solo, traditional, and top rope are all types of what sport? Is it wrestling, rock climbing, or skateboarding? Worth noting is that all of these sports involve a helmet. So my real concern here is there one of these in which I don't get helmet hair? You know, like why isn't there something that prevents helmet hair yet? Wrestling can use the top rope, and you're free to skate solo anytime you want. But these are all methods for scaling boulders and mountains. The answer is rock climbing. And it looks like 568 of you rocked that answer and can climb to the final question. Hopefully. For me, rock climbing was the most accessible sport. All I needed was a giant boulder to climb, a phone to call 911, medical insurance, and some crutches. Easy. Now this next question is again worth a bonus point, so you can use that to rejoin the game later on if you get one wrong. So, here's question number 6. Which artist is called the father of surrealism? Is it Salvador Dali, Pablo Picasso, or Marcel Duchamp? Personally, I'm a big fan of surrealism. I use surrealism all the time. No, clean my bedroom. It's a surrealist work of art. Making lasagna, surrealist lasagna. I can't say it's good, but at least it's creative. Now, surrealism is all about releasing unconscious creative potential. You don't have to paint things as they appear. You can take whatever liberties you want. And all the surrealists out there call one man their daddy, and that's Salvador Dali. So it looks like 396 of you are joining the family on that one. Dali's best known work is The Persistence of Time, with all the melted clocks. Although, he should also be remembered for that amazing mustache. I mean, it just goes right up there. It literally defies gravity. I mean, does he attach helium to it? It seems like there's some invisible wire work here that's happening. Okay, next question. In what year did Kanye West tell Taylor Swift, "I'ma let you finish"? 2009, 2010, or 2002? Also, fun fact, this happens to be the year that I graduated high school. So really the question here is, how old does everyone think I am, you know? This happened at the Video Music Awards, and if you got this one right, I'm really happy for you and I'ma let you finish this game, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time, and she should have won this award back in 2009. And it looks like 244 of you feud fans finagled the final answer and got this right. The West-Swift beef lasted far beyond that moment 9 years ago, as they have continued to diss each other in songs, which never would have happened if they had heard my single. Hey, guys, let's all just get along. This fighting makes me really uncomfortable. Okay, this next bonus question is worth 2 bonus points. That's right, we're doubling it up. And remember, if you get one wrong, you can rejoin the game later on. Also, hold on to those bonus points. You can claim them at the end of the game, so stay with us. Question number 8. Amazon Studios recently canceled which of these shows? One Mississippi, The Tick, or Mozart in the Jungle? I don't understand why we can't just combine all the shows, you know? One Mississippi Tick in the Jungle, the harrowing true story of a young tick who sets out from Mississippi to seek his fortune in the jungle. If you follow entertainment news, you knew that The Tick was recently picked up for a 2nd season. And Mozart in the Jungle will be heading into season 4, but unfortunately, they won't be joined by One Mississippi. And it looks like 107 of you won that question and probably know how to spell Mississippi. Also getting the axe from Amazon in January was Jean-Claude Van Johnson, meaning that Jean-Claude Van Damme is finally free to make the Kickboxer sequel I wrote for him. And me. Mostly me. But he's in it. For at least one scene. In the background. I may edit him out in post. Who's to say? This next question is worth 2 bonus points. So again, we're doubling up, and you can claim those at the end of the game. Question number 9. Which music icon wrote the State Farm jingle? Was it Barry Manilow, Neil Diamond, or Elton John? Also, I have to say, one of Elton John's best works, the opening music for Lion King. I'm not saying I don't use that as my alarm clock in the morning. I mean, come on, what better way to wake up than with the sultry strains of the Lion King awakening you? Maybe sultry's not the right word. This guy is not only successful in his own right, but has penned jingles for McDonald's, Stridex, and Band-Aid, among others. Like a good neighbor, Barry Manilow's the answer. And it looks like 92 of you got the very right answer and are very correct about it being Manilow. In fact, he only made $500 for writing this jingle, but State Farm's been using it since 1971. I mean, talk about getting bang for your buck. And now we're here. There are 99 of you left who have made it this far and are ready for our final question. Okay, this next question is worth 4 bonus points, which if you've been keeping track is double again, 2 squared. Wow. So, the U.S. Civil War started and ended on land owned by whom? Was it Wilmer McLean, Robert Gould Shaw, or Salmon P. Chase? Also, this poor guy. He's just trying to live his life, and not only does a war start on his land, it also ends there. I mean, yikes. Talk about living in a hotbed of violence. The man we're talking about is a grocer whose home was involved in the Battle of Bull Run. Seeking some peace, he moved to Appomattox, Virginia, where 4 years later his parlor was the site of Robert E. Lee's surrender to Ulysses S. Grant. That grocer's name was Wilmer McLean. And it looks like we have 48 who knew that answer and are splitting our grand prize. Congratulations to all of you who are splitting the grand prize today. You're getting your prize in the form of points called SB, which you can redeem for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon or Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Tap the claim button now to get your share of the grand prize. And if you didn't win the big one, but you were earning those extra points along the way, tap that claim button too so you can bank them for later. That's it for today, so start getting ready for the next game when we'll have more money on the line and you'll have another chance to win it all. I'm Carolyn Vasco, and you've been playing Swag IQ. See you next time.